So hello to all my dear aspirants. So now we are going to study how to remove crowns and bridges. It is a most common topic for your exam. They may ask you the methods to remove crown and bridges. They may give you a scenario in which they tell you if you want to retain an abutment, which method you are going to use, how you will use ceramic crown, how you will remove metal crown. And this topic will also helpful for a day-to-day clinical practice, because most often we come to cases where we need to remove crown and bridges. The reason can be functional, biological and aesthetic. The most important care we have to take during crown and bridges is the eye protection of the patient, dentist and the assistant. There have been reported cases where the dentist and assistant or patient have injured their cornea of the eye because of the fragment removed from the. Now let's see the common causes why crown has to be removed. So the most common cause is your bad treatment planning followed by endodontic retreatment. Progressive disease may be your recurrent caries or periodontal disorder, chipping of ceramic veneer or fracture, gingival recession of the crown tooth for extension of the bridge span, and in case of trauma. Now classification and types of crown removal. So crown can be removed by any one of the following technique, maybe adhesive resins of sticky gums, different types of forceps, and chiseling spring action crown removers. And in cases where crown cannot be used, you can cut the retainer also. Let's see them one by one. So first one is you're using sticky gums or adhesive resin. So sticky gums can also be used in the removal of broken crowns, as the gums stick on and the adhesive forces will help in the removal. The best example is a ritual crown and bridge removal. It comes in the form of adhesive resin tablet. Now as you can see, this is your adhesive resin. It is softened in hot water and is placed between the teeth. Okay, and the patient is allowed to occlude. So this adhesive resin will stick to the broken crown fragment and help in the retrieval. Then comes your straight chisel. Remember, whenever you tap with this chisel and mallet, it should be done parallel to the path of withdrawal of prosthesis. So you can apply sharp force in the occlusal direction using a mallet, and with a sharp chisel placed under the retainer margin, the crown can be removed. Then comes the most commonly used technique, that is a crown removers, because it comes with the different tips to engage retainers and pontics. So we have three types of crown remover. The commonly used one is your spring loaded, in that a spring mechanism is used to deliver a sudden force. Then comes the back action, where a weight is delivered backward with the tip placed such that it transfers the force occlusally. Example, that is slide hammer. Then comes the pneumatic. Here we use a compressed air to deliver a control force. Then ultrasonic vibration with ultrasonic scaler can loosen the crown and bridge. So these examples are your crown and bridge and different tips. So aspirant, please remember for your image based question. Then comes the technique in which crowns cannot be reused. So what we do, we cut the retainer. You can see in this diagram the retainer has been cut. So it's the best method to prevent any damage to the abutment tooth. So what you can do, a thin groove is done in the middle of the restoration with a high speed aero turbo, okay, which exposes the abutment. Then the removal is attempted with a crown remover following cutting through one surface or both. And once the crowns are cut through spreaders, it helps to release the metal substructure from the tooth by inserting into the groove, and you have to rotate that break the cement seal. Now aspirant, let's see the removal of different types of crown. So aspirant, you can remove metal crowns with the help of heavy duty scaler, that is a Mitchell trimmer, or a slide hammer type of removal. If it does not work, the retainer should be cut off. And when you are using metal crown, when you want to cut metal crown, carbide burr should be used, not your diamond abrasive. But if you want to cut only your ceramic crown, you can use diamond burr. Okay, so ceramic crown can be removed with the help of diamond burr. Maybe you can put a vertical groove in the labial or buccal surface. Later the crown is split with a suitable heavy duty instrument. In case of metal ceramic crown, the same has been done as you go for ceramic crown. Then you have to split the crown with the help of tungsten carbide cross cut burr, which is most efficient in removing that of metal ceramic crowns. Now, how to remove bridges? Very important question. See, three cases are there. If the abutment is to be extracted, crown and bridge remover can be used. If the abutment should be intact, retainer can be cut followed by the use of crown and bridge remover, and if the bridge is needed intact, the both tooth and bridge should not be damaged. And it is easier to remove all metal and minimal preparation bridges intact than your conventional metal ceramic bridges. Sometimes sharp tapping can break the bonding of the cement. Let's see recent advances. Aspirant, you can use a laser like erbium chromium laser. The wavelength around 2780 nanometer, but they are most often used for debonding porcelain laminate veneers. When you apply it for 1 to 2 minutes on each side of the crown, it softens the resin luting agent, which enable the easy removal of the veneer. So aspirant, this was all about the different methods of your crown and bridges removal, and also we have seen the most common causes, that is a bad treatment planning in crown failure.